Valley citrus grower says he's not harvesting his crops today. He says the weather is a setback.
Channel 5's Frank McCaffrey spoke with him about what this means for his business.
Florida's citrus industry has seen a major drop in production this year due to Hurricane Irma and the spread of diseases to its fruit. This allows Texas and citrus growers and orchards like these to see a bigger profit. Trent Bishop has spent over 10 years in the citrus business. He says this has been the best year he's seen yet in our state.
Because the market is so strong right now with the situation that's gone on in Florida, you can imagine that we've taken about 40% out of the domestic supply chain.
But Bishop will lose profit because of the rain today. It's making him roll back his harvest of about 25% of his crops. He's worried his company's trucks might get stuck in the mud, so he's decided to use forklifts on tracks in the fields. Bishop is also cautious with rainy conditions because it could spread diseases, destroying his crops.
There's a couple different things that we worry about. Canker, greening, they're both here.
He notes certain citrus fruit, when wet, can be bruised if not handled with care.
We certainly won't be harvesting oranges today because anytime the weather is wet or the ground is wet, it'll negatively affect our oranges with oil spotting. Oranges tend to react negatively to the wet weather.
Bishop is optimistic profit lost today will be made up in future days by doubling up crews. Dr. John DeGrassa of the Texas A&M Kingsville Citrus Center says it's a good thing Bishop is not harvesting as much today. He says those handling wet fruit can pass disease by spreading bacteria on their hands.
There will be fungal spores floating around and they can gain easy access into the fruit and cause a rot.
DeGrassa says Texas citrus growers have not dealt with much disease to their crops yet. He says they have to be cautious to avoid spreading bacteria. It can destroy their profits. DeGrassa says today's cooler temperatures are actually good for citrus fruit. He says it brings them color, and once a fruit is fully colored, it can be boxed as soon as it's picked. In Weslaco, Frank McCaffrey, Channel 5 News at 6.